What are what are some of your new initiatives?
Right. So if you've been to our website lately, you may have noticed our little, I think it's still called A7. And basically that's our effort to give, whoever is interested a view into the data that we've assembled. Initially, we're looking very much at brand analytics and different ways that you can see that data and see how it performs. And our next big push is for what we're calling network analytics, so giving the media owners a view into how their inventory is performing.
Can you give us more detail about your brand analytics initiative?
Sure. So we're assembling the performance of various brand advertisers' campaigns over time, and looking at how they reach by network and the cost of that reach, how they're performing as it relates to reach versus frequency, and how it's performing as it relates to their competitors. We'll have a new release coming out very soon where the end user can select the competitive set that they're interested in comparing and see all of the metrics over time for that competitive set.
Can you give us more detail about network analytics?
Well, that's a little harder because it's still on the drawing board, but I can give you a sense of the vision. So, we really want to help media owners understand, how their inventory is performing as it relates to audience and to targets, specifically how well it's reaching. So we're really focused on targeted reach across various time frames, day part, day of week, over a week, over a month, and then how it compares to, again, their competitive set. We're looking at being able to group sister networks together so that a given media owner can look at their compilation of networks and how it compares to others.
So Alison, looking ahead the next 3 to 5 years, where do you see your part of the industry going?
So my part of the industry being data.
Yes.
And the data technologies. The technology changes so rapidly. It really is hard for any technologist to always keep up. My philosophy is, go for what you need to achieve the business benefit that you're trying to achieve. But, ability to collect massive amounts of data and process them. We're going to look back on what we're doing today, which is always a challenge. Can we make it bigger? Can we make it faster? And say, wow, that was really slow back then. I think the processing capabilities and the technologies that enable the collection and processing of very large data sets is only going to improve and change. And, so it makes my job very interesting because I get to always be looking forward at new technologies.
And looking ahead in general for the media industry, do you have some predictions?
Well, what I find fascinating now is, we recognized, years ago, Dave did, around the problems with fragmentation. And that is only increasing, not because we have so many channels to choose from, though we do, but now we have so many ways to get the content that we want to consume that we could call TV or video. And we have many ways to consume it, whether it be the devices that were the big screen in the living room or my iPhone. So I think that's only going to increase. So the ability to choose as a viewer of what I want to watch and when I want to watch it is only going to get easier and easier, which is going to make the advertiser's job harder and harder, which I think is going to make data even more important than it is today.